Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by here, thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor, and we're going to get into some charts here. So first and foremost, I want to kind of discuss a little bit of a mindset thing here. I've discussed it a little bit on my StockTwits and Twitter feed here, but really briefly here, I want to discuss something about mindset as far as trading is concerned. What you want to do is remove all of your emotional attachments to the market direction. For example, when the market goes up, that's not good, it's not bad. Okay, a lot of people think it's good when the market heads up, or it's bad when the market heads down. Okay, remove those emotional detachments, or attachments rather, to the market, and see the market as simply what it is. The market goes up, the market goes down, the market sometimes trades sideways. It just is what it is. When you kind of detach those emotions, you know, good when the stock market goes up, or bad when the stock market goes down, the better off you're going to be, because then you don't really care which direction it goes. Because the beautiful thing that the beautiful opportunity that we have in the market is that we can play the market in both directions. Okay, you can go when the market heads lower, you can short stocks, or you can buy put options. Okay, totally there are a lot of ways that you can profit in both directions. So I just kind of wanted to, you know, get that out there before we discuss these plays here, because I think all of them are short trades. So here we have it. So we've been trading on the short side for several weeks now. And it's been paying really nicely. So if you're making money in the market, I don't see a problem. It doesn't matter which direction it's heading in. So here we go. So Tesla, we have first I kind of want to back it up a couple years. And you can see we've come up to a level that we've been up to many times. All right. You can see for the last 2 years, we haven't been able to break over this level up here. So I just kind of wanted to show you that. Then what I want to show you is we have a potential false breakout. Okay, so here is a clear level of resistance. You can see many days knocking its head into that resistance, again right here, and then boom, we gapped up over this level and then kind of held over it for about let's call it 8 days, something like that. And then today we closed back below it. Okay, I want to see a little bit of a confirmation tomorrow, either a gap down, even a little gap up to this level, and then a retracement lower, because it barely closed below it. Okay, but we need a little bit more confirmation that this is going to be a false breakout by a little bit lower trading. Okay, if it breaks and confirms that coming up, then I would be targeting right around here. There's a support level here. It reacted to it right here, and I believe it's also a little bit of a trend line. If you draw that right about there, you can see that angle, boom. It's probably Fibonacci retracement level if you draw it from the low here to that high up there, and you can see we've got what do you know, the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level is right around that level. The 50-day moving average is right around there as well. So that level is right around 315 or so, right around 315, which is where I would be targeting for the first conservative target level for that Tesla short. The next one we want to take a look at, and this is one that you know, I know we're a little bit into the move right now, but this is one that I posted on StockTwits and Twitter last week, preparing you for this drop. Okay, so if you're following these videos, it's a good idea to follow on StockTwits and Twitter, because that's where I'm posting charts throughout the day. And I normally only make these videos at the end of the day, so it's harder to kind of react to these trading decisions after the market is closed. But with that said, I think that Chipotle is still has a little bit lower to go. I posted it when Chipotle was up here. I said that we were likely going to head lower, and the reason is because we're in a downtrend. You can see there's a high, rejected there, and we also have another false breakout. We had two false breakout attempts. Up here, boom, tried to break over that resistance, had that resistance again, tried to break over it again, only to fail back under it, and then we traded sideways, built up a lot of energy here by that sideways trading, and then we broke out of that range, and now we're heading lower, and as you can see, heading into that 440 first target, likely going to head even lower than that. So that's Chipotle. The next one we're going to take a look at is Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble, this is another one if you look back. Let me see. Okay, so going back, I guess I don't need to go that far back. 5 years on this, you can see, oops, that is not the tool that I wanted. Okay, well, it's not letting me do that. So, okay, there we go. So here's that level that we've been at on Procter & Gamble many, many times. So here we peaked out right there, right here. And notice how, when the rest of the market was breaking out to all-time highs, okay, really, really bullish action, you see that Procter & Gamble took all of 2017, well, most of it, just trying to get back up to these highs, okay? And now the market's in trouble. Now what do you think is going to happen with Procter & Gamble? So just a little talk about that. And the other thing, too, is that we had a false breakout. Here's that clear level of resistance right there. It broke over it right here. All right, for 2 days, 3 days, and then today we broke right back under it, okay? So this makes this a false breakout setup, likely going to head lower for Procter & Gamble, okay? It had its chance to break out, but now breaking back under this level, at a level that it's gotten rejected at many, many times before. So I definitely think Procter & Gamble is likely going to head lower. These false breakouts and false breakdowns are very, very powerful setups. The next thing we have here is, let's see, Chipotle, and now we'll cover ADBE. This is one that I'm actually currently short on. I have other positions in other ones as well, I guess. But I just felt like telling you that. We've got the setup here is a double false breakdown, okay? So what does that mean? What does it look like? So first and foremost, we have this sideways trading right here, okay, against this support. It's a clear level of support. Everyone can see that. It's hit many, many times, okay? We break that support right here, only to, boom, break right back over it, okay? Break right back over it. And it looked like, okay, maybe that dip was just a fake out and we're going to head higher, okay? And then we had earnings that came out right here on Friday of last week with a big dump on one of the biggest volume days ever on ADBE, okay? So one of the biggest volume days ever on ADBE on a earnings reaction, and this is something that is very, very powerful. When you have, when you combine an earnings reaction with a technical setup, for example, in this case, we have a double false move. Double false moves are extremely powerful, okay? So what's that double false move? It means, well, here's that false breakdown when we broke down here and we broke over it, making this a false breakdown. and then right here we break back below that same level. There's that same level here, and we broke right back below it on an earnings reaction. Earnings move stocks, okay? And another kind of hint here for ADBE is the last earnings we had was right here, and you can see kind of a failed breakout attempt on its own because, as you can see, it kind of dipped there and then broke back up to that level, and then we headed lower from there, okay? So we headed lower after that last earnings. So this is 2 earnings in a row where we're heading lower, okay? So with that said, ADBE, I think, is going to continue lower. We've got our target is first going to be 210. I believe it could go lower than that, definitely. But first conservative target is going to be that 210 level. Beyond that, we'll look at BIDU, and this is one. Again, guys, this is one I've been warning you guys about for weeks now, a couple weeks now, okay? And this is one, and I'll show you. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit to 50 days. Okay, so I'm going to remove all these levels here. So we've got a couple of things going on here for BIDU. For one, and this is something that I played on the long side back here, we had this clear level of support. Boom, boom, boom. And then we broke that support on this day right here, okay? And this day closed below all those lows, all right? Then we had a gap up, closing over the previous day's high and back above this range, making this a false breakdown, okay? A false breakdown. Then we headed higher. I cashed in on the long here. I knew it could be short-lived, especially because we went below the last earnings trade. You know, I want to kind of point this out. I use earnings as the only thing that I pay attention to outside of the price on the chart. Earnings, I don't look at any earnings reports or numbers or anything like that. I'm just looking at how did the stock react to earnings last time, and are we above or below that level? Okay, so for BIDU, this is the last earnings reaction right here. As you can see, it got a little pop, but then kind of fizzled out and headed below that low. Okay, so just to kind of keep that in mind, and so then we came back down and we had a false breakout. So here's this clear level of support right here, or I'm sorry, resistance, and we broke over it right here. Okay, we broke over it only to break right back under it. So that was the first sign. Then we broke back under this level right here with all these days. Okay, we broke right back under it, making this a double false move. Remember, this was the first false move, and then we had another false move over here, making it a double false move. These are extremely, extremely powerful, okay? I'm just going to show you an example of a recent one. I keep on going back to this. Last time we had, I'm just going to show you on Apple right here. Here we have this big time support on Apple. Very clear to see. Look at how many times it's hitting, okay? We break that support right here, confirm it this next day right here, and then boom, break right back over it right there, only for it to gap down, boom, making this a double false move. Here's that first false move, okay, breaking back above this level, and then boom, breaking right back under that level. And this was an earnings reaction. Same thing we saw on ADBE. Was a double false move on an earnings reaction. You can see it gap down, close near the lows on one of the biggest volume days we've seen in a while on Apple. You can see that volume right there. And you can see what happened after that. Big move lower, okay? And the other thing I want to mention too is that right now we've got the flow. Not only are these setups on their own good setups, but we've got the flow of the market. The flow of the market is currently down, Okay, the flow of the market is currently down. We're making new lows. We're about to make a new 52-week low in the market. Okay, so these short setups are paying. So where was I? Okay, BIDU. So just to kind of finish it off, today is a nice confirmation. I think we're going to continue even lower than this. Remember, this is a stock that's been in a downtrend for a while now. Okay, kind of traded sideways here for a bit earlier in this year, and then we started breaking down here. Okay, notice the last time we had kind of this sideways trading right here between these levels, and you can see we broke that support, and then we headed lower for a couple weeks right there, and that was a big move. We went from about, let's see, 210, let's call it, down to about 180. So that's about a $30 move. Okay. Now we're seeing, we saw this sideways trading from here to about here. Okay. So between 200 and 180, trading back and forth. Now, honestly, this is like day one of this down move. This is day one of this down move. And remember what happened last time when we broke this support over here, saw a big move lower. Okay, same thing I see happening here. Okay, we're below earnings. We have this setup. The market is weak. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on BIDU. Let's see. And BIDU today did make a new 52-week low. Okay, the lowest it's gone in a year. The next one I kind of want to look at for you guys is WIN. And WIN is another setup here. This is another false breakout. Okay, here is that. Let me get rid of this other line. Okay, so here's that clear level of resistance. Okay, boom, boom, and there's also support right there. Look at how many times it hit that support. Then it turned into resistance, boom, 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 several times there. Gapped over it right here, only to fail right back under it. Okay, that's the signal to go short on that false breakout. Okay, we tried to break out over that 50-day moving average, over that resistance, only to fail. And this is a stock that's been trending down for 5 months now. Okay, this isn't, we're not shorting super bullish stocks. Okay, well, there are some, Procter & Gamble, Tesla, stuff like that. But in this case, on WIN, this is a stock that's been in a downtrend for some time. So, false breakdown setup. Again, earnings reaction. Last earnings reaction, we traded lower right here. We gapped down on huge volume. Huge volume. Okay? So right here, we also have this little trend line support, and I believe we just broke it today. So today is really the start of this move lower. At least that's the way that I'm seeing it. You can see that we had that support, boom, 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 boom. Yesterday, hit that, or not yesterday, that was Friday, hit that trend line support one last time, and then boom, we closed below it today, also closing below Friday's low as well. So I think that WIN is going to head lower from here too. Dish, this is one we've been short for a couple weeks now, and it's going really well. This is another one that's been in a downtrend for a year, something like that. I mean, going back, 2 years. Okay, this has been in a downtrend for, going on 2 years now. Okay, going on 2 years now, we've been in a downtrend. So this is a really weak stock that is about to get weaker. When the market is weak, you want to go for the weak stocks are going to give you the highest probability for success. So that's what we're looking at on Dish. What we had here was a false breakout. Okay, there's that resistance, hit it there, a couple days there. We broke over it here, only to break under it right here. That's the short signal right here. Okay, false breakout. Also, I want to keep in mind, where I want to point to your attention is we had this huge gap down right here. Okay, I don't recall the reason behind this big gap down, but I do know that this day right here was when they had the last earnings release, and you can see that this huge topping tail, it had its opportunity to trade higher, okay, but it didn't. And you can see that we traded a little bit higher here, and then it traded below that level, came back up, but you can see we never broke the high of this earnings day right here. Okay, that's what you guys got to keep in mind. You got to follow these earnings days, okay, and how it reacts. Are we above that price? Are we below the price? How did it react to earnings? Because earnings move stocks. Okay, they move stocks. So you got to pay attention to that in your trading if you want to have good success. So there's Dish. Likely going to head back to this previous low at about 28 bucks. The next one I want to look at is, let's see, I guess that's it. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope this video helped you out a lot. Remember, I want to close my final thoughts here with saying you got to trade with the flow of the market. The flow of the market right now is to the downside. So you really got to keep that in mind when you're trading here. So now I'd like to invite you to join our premium membership here. You know, a lot of people have been struggling in the market lately, and they've been realizing that they actually need to have a system and a process, and they need to have someone who's experienced in their back corner guiding them through the market. And that's where I come in. Okay, so if you bought and sold trades at the wrong time and you're not confident when the right time to get in, you need to have that confidence in order to make money in the market. You need to have the knowledge, you need to have the confidence, and that's what you get here at the Trading Analyst Premium Membership. First and foremost here, we are the #1 options trading service on the planet, and you're getting real-time access to every single trade that I make in real time. Whenever I'm buying something, I'm sending you a text. Whenever I'm selling something, I'm sending you a text. It's all in real time, and it's all easy to follow. Okay, here's an example of what an alert looks like. Here's a few trades that we recently took and alerted to members. If you were a member at that time, you would have been able to profit alongside with us. And here's the thing that separates us from all the other services out there is our real-time portfolio tracker. You're getting 100% complete transparency. Every single trade that we make, we are putting on this portfolio tracker, so you're going to be able to track our success. You're going to be able to see how we're making money, when we're making money, how much money we're making, so that you get a complete transparent look at what it's like to be a profitable trader. And you're getting these real-time alerts so that you're going to be able to profit alongside with me. Okay? You're getting watch lists. We do that via video, so you're prepared ahead of time. You're also getting exclusive member-only videos. And I want to explain something. Every alert that we send out is also accompanied by a video explanation with the explanation behind the reasoning and the strategy that we're using for this particular trade. It explains why we're placing the stop loss where it is, why we are placing our profit targets where they are. So you're not only just getting these alerts and able to make money alongside me, but you're able to learn my process so you can become a better trader on your own. Okay. Next, you're getting full access to our complete education library. So if you're looking to gain some knowledge on options or gain some knowledge on strategies that actually work in both up and down markets, then this is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to do. So that's it, guys. Go ahead and sign up here. We have a special offer right now going on for the annual membership. This is the lowest price that we've ever offered here for the annual membership, only $787 for the entire year. You can join via the monthly or the quarterly membership as well. But if you want the most discounted rate, it's going to be here for the annual membership. So all you got to do is click this button, and it's going to take you to the 100% secure checkout page. And all you have to do is enter in your name right here and your email, and then just scroll down here and enter in your billing information, and that's going to get you all set up, and that's going to get you instant access to everything that I talked about with you today. So I hope to see you in there, and I really look forward to helping you become a better trader. And as always, if you have any questions about any of the charts that I talked about, any of the strategies, or any questions about joining, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to talk with you guys.